Welcome, sweet friends. It's Clarke with Earthkeeper Yoga, and I'm here in Birmingham, Alabama. And I'm thrilled that you've decided to spend some time with me. Whenever you're scheduled, I wanted to let you know that I have some great things going on in the Birmingham area that I'd love for you to come to if you are so inclined. I have regular classes at the Birmingham Botanical Gardens and Ruffner Mountain. I have classes at the Jewish Community Center on the tennis courts, as well as Overton Park on the tennis courts. I teach a live Zoom class on Wednesday mornings, and I teach an in-studio class as well. So there are plenty of opportunities to spend some time socially distanced in a safe environment with me in person if you so choose. You can always just keep doing what you're doing right here and showing up to these yoga videos on YouTube. Please feel free to leave me feedback so that I know what it is that you would like. I'm really excited about the class that I'll be offering for you today. So before we get started, I wanted to let you know that I do have a block and I do have my trusty blanket. So grab whatever you need and I'll meet you on the mat. So maybe before we even begin, let's just take a moment to close our eyes and have a soft gaze towards the floor, either that works in your body. And just give ourselves a couple of nice big deep breaths. So as we get started here, we've taken a couple of nice big deep breaths. You've got your eyes closed. Go ahead and find a connection with your body to the mat. So let the legs relax. Let there be some length through the spine, but keep the shoulders nice and at ease. And I'll share a little bit about what we're going to do today, what I will be encouraging for our focus. And the theme of our class today is Master Control Switch. We all have one, and it's our breath. So we'll be moving through familiar postures, but we'll be focusing a lot on taking inhales to a certain count, but then extending the exhale just a little bit longer. This will help us work with our nervous system to keep us in a state of calm and presence. So I'll be quiet now. Just go ahead and find this physical body, see how you're feeling, give yourself a body scan. Release any tension that may have shown up in your legs. Go ahead and send awareness to the length of your spine. Send the crown of your head up towards the sky. And then let's go ahead and bring that awareness to our breath. So don't change anything about it yet. Just notice where it's showing up in your body. See if you can start to let that breath get just a little bit deeper on the inhales. Releasing just a little bit more of the breath on the exhales. So in just a moment, the next 3 rounds, I invite you to take an inhale, maybe count in to a count of 4. And then as you exhale, just try to count out to a count of 5. Just pressing that breath all the way out, that stale energy all the way out of your body. Begin when you're ready. Give yourself one more round. Now take just a moment to notice how you're feeling again in your physical body. Do you feel a little bit more relaxed mentally, physically? As you take your next breath, you can flutter your eyes open and bring some attention back to me. We're going to take these legs and keep the knees bent, but put the feet out right in front of us. And then we're just going to lean back on our hands like we're on the floor, because that's where we are. And then we're just going to start to move the knees from side to side. Nice and gentle. See if you can keep some connection to the breath as you move from side to side. Give yourself one more round each side. And then go ahead and make sure your tailbone's connected to the mat. We're going to send the left knee forward, the right foot behind, in what I like to refer to as cheerleader's pose. Find that connection with the tailbone to the mat and keep that link through the spine. Let's take an inhale. Reach the arms and the gaze up. And then bring the palms together. Exhale. Bring the hands down in front of the heart. Keep the gaze forward. We're going to inhale, twist over to the left, tap the hands on the mat, and then come through center. Palms come back to the heart. And then go over to the other side, tap down by that right leg. Exhaling through center. So just connect your breath here, nice and slow. Four counts in, 5 counts out. And since we're all moving at our own pace, the next time you get over to your left side, hold the posture. Make it nice and gentle. Keep the link through the spine and breathe. Relax through the jaw. One more breath. Inhale in your twist. And then exhale slowly back to center. We'll switch sides. So that right knee is going to come in front, left ankle behind. Before we move through anything, check that connection with the tailbone. Of course, the right side is a little bit more planted than the left. When you feel settled, we'll take that inhale to reach the arms and the gaze up. And then exhale, palms in front of the heart, gaze still forward. And we'll begin. Inhale, we'll go to the right first. Stay with that 4 count in, 5 count out. So again, when you finish and you move over to your right this time, let's hold that. Tall spine, left knee even presses into the mat just a bit. And give it one more breath. Inhale in your twist. And exhale to slowly bring yourself out. And when you're ready, we're going to move from this cheerleader pose over into table. If you want a knee, or not a knee, if you want a blanket under your knees, feel free to move that there now. And then once you get in your table, let's think about keeping the spine nice and long. Tops of the feet are on the mat. Let's move through cat-cow here. So inhaling to rise, count of 4. Exhale to pull it all in to a count of 5. And after you complete this last rounding in, you can send the hips back and find a child's pose. Stretching the arms long, letting the torso roll over the thighs. Giving yourself 2 breath cycles right here. After you fully exhale that last breath out, let's inhale through our table and exhale into down dog. So you can move here. You don't have to stay static. You can connect breath to each heel pressing back as an opposite knee bends. And give it 2 more breath cycles. Go ahead and give yourself that full walk up to the top of the mat. We'll meet in a forward fold. Big bend in the knees here to begin. Let's take an inhale halfway, long spine. Exhale, slow release back down towards the mat. Inhale down low. And exhale, take your time, rise slowly, honoring the low back. We'll meet in mountain. Lengthen through the spine, sending the crown up towards the sky as you come to rise. And then we'll take an inhale to reach the arms up over the head. And exhale, the palms down in front of the heart, bow chin to chest. Check in with yourself, 2 breaths right here. So I want you to go ahead and find connection with that left foot. You're going to get more of your body weight is going to be on that left side. Try not to lock the left knee. We're going to get get light on these right toes, and then just let them swing or circle behind that left foot where it comes behind it. So I'll turn around so you can see. And then to equally distribute the weight on both legs. Try not to lock the knees. When you feel nice and ready, nice and stable, inhale the arms up towards the sky. And then exhale this right hand down to the right hip. Send the left fingertips over to the right. Keep the heart open. One more breath. Inhale, lift the right arm up. And then exhale the hands back in front of the heart. Press on that ball of that right foot so you bring your body weight back to the left foot. And then bring the right foot back around to meet the left. Center your weight in the center. Give yourself a breath. Go ahead and bring your body weight over to the right side. Keep that spine nice and tall. And then we'll circle these left toes over behind the right foot, equaling out the weight between both legs. Knees are soft. Inhale to lift the arms in the gaze. And then exhale, let this left hand come down outside of the left hip. Right fingertips reach over. Heart stays open. Last breath. Inhale to lift the arms. Exhale, palms back down in front of the heart. Body weight comes back onto that right foot, and we'll bring this left knee, or left leg rather, all the way back down to the ground next to the right. Find one breath in center. Take an inhale, lift the arms and the gaze up. And then exhale, we'll find a forward fold. So once you come into this forward fold, shimmy your feet out so the outside edges of your feet are even with the outside edges of your mat, and soften through the knees. Now give yourself that little gentle side to side sway, just getting a little bit deeper into the hips here, into the glutes. Let the head hang heavy. Give it one more breath. And after you exhale that breath all the way out, go ahead and let the hands plant, walk the feet back, meet me back in down dog. Fresh breath, meet me in plank or kneeling plank. Long spine. Inhale. And we're going to move through chaturanga into up dog. And notice how tight the hips feel. See if it's hard to release through the hips. Just hold it here. One more breath. And then bring those knees to the mat. Reset your table. Give yourself 2 rounds of cat-cow. After you finish that round of cat-cow, walk the hands towards the top of the mat. And then we're slowly going to let the pelvis dip down towards the floor. You may have to reset those hands as the shoulders move forward. See if you can open just a little bit deeper into that up dog. Strong through your arms. Curl your toes here. Take an inhale and meet me back in down dog. Take an inhale, lift the left leg up towards the sky. And then exhale, we'll bring knee to nose, step that left foot through. Keep that right leg long behind you. You're in a low lunge. We'll take an inhale, press into that left foot. Bring yourself up, find your crescent. So if you need to bring that right knee down to the mat, do it. Right heel shoots towards the back of the mat. Four count in, 5 count out, one more round. Take an inhale, open into your warrior two. Keep your hips open if you can. Turn your palms up, take an inhale, straighten through the left leg, reach the arms up towards the sky, and then spin on that left heel so you come to the long edge of your mat. Inhale here, and then exhale, forward fold, wide leg. Releasing the upper body. Give yourself some ninja lunges, side to side, some bending one knee, stretching through the opposite inside leg. The next time you bend over with weight on that left leg, walk the hands over. See if you can balance on the ball of this left foot. And if you can't, it's fine. Just stay up and stay in a low side lunge. Hands can stay on the floor, or palms can come to the heart, lengthening through the spine. One more breath. Let the hands come down to the mat, and you're going to spin so you're going long ways again. So you're in this low lunge, knee is over the right foot. And then lift your hips, find your down dog. If that didn't work in your body, it's fine. Just meet me in down dog. Take an inhale, lift the right leg up towards the sky. Exhale, knee to nose, step it through. Staying on the ball of that left foot or lowering to that left knee. We'll take an inhale and rise into crescent. 4 count in, 5 count out. 3 rounds. Inhale, open it into warrior two. Hips stay open. Stay with the breath. Turn those palms up. Here we go. Inhale, straighten through the right leg. Spin on that right heel. You're towards the long edge of the mat. Inhale. And then exhale to fold forward. Release here wherever you can. 2 breaths. So we'll bend that right knee and see if we can bring hands on either side of that right foot to balance here. You can keep hands on the floor or lengthen through the spine and bring the hands in front of the heart. Lower the hands and then spin on the ball of that right foot so that you can come back to the long edge of your mat. Press into the hands, meet me back in down dog. Give yourself an inhale through the nose and sigh it out through the mouth. Take an inhale, and then as you exhale, meet me in plank. Inhale here, and exhale, lower through your chaturanga. Find your up dog. Releasing the hips down if you can. Strong through the arms. Knees come to the mat. We'll send the hips back. Find a child's pose. You can always bring the knees towards the outside edges of the mat as well if you need more space in between the legs. Stay with the 4 in, 5 out. Inhale, meet me in table. And then from here, take an inhale, send the right leg back behind you, and then step it through so that you're in a kneeling lunge. Shimmy that right foot forward just a bit so we can lunge forward just like we ended that last round. And then see if you can flex that left foot, lift it up towards your glutes. So there's a really great stretch through the front of that left leg. One more breath. Curl those left toes, press into the right foot, and let's meet in down dog. Take an inhale, lift the right leg up towards the sky, and then bring knee to nose, step it through. Find that low lunge. Inhale, back into crescent. One more breath. Slowly lower the hands down. Make your way back into down dog. Fresh breath. Exhale into your plank. Inhale. Move through chaturanga into up dog. Release the hips. Lower the knees, send the hips back. Child's pose, 2 breaths. 4 in, 5 out. Inhale into table. Send the left leg behind you and then step it through. Lunge forward and then flex through that right foot. Lift the heel up towards the booty. Curl toes, press hands into the mat. Make your way into down dog. Inhale, lift the left leg up towards the sky, and then bring knee to nose, step it through. We're going back to crescent, or first we'll be in low lunge for just a minute. Sorry about that. Long spine, 2 breaths. Inhale, rise up, find your crescent, 3 breaths. Inhale here. Exhale, lower the hands down. Use energy into the ball of that right foot. Let's meet up at the top of the mat in a forward fold. Inhale, halfway, long spine. And then exhale to release down towards the floor. Inhale here. Exhale, slow rise into your mountain. Open through the heart, 2 breaths. Inhale, lift the arms and the gaze up. And then exhale to bring the hands in front of the heart. Find a soft spot in front of you to gaze. We're going to move right into balance. So take an inhale and move that body weight over to the left just like we did at the beginning of class. Light on those right toes. We're going to go ahead and lift the right foot behind us, keeping it flexed. Stay right here, 1 more breath. Inhale, lift the knee right up towards your navel, and then lower the right leg down. Find center in the middle, 1 breath. Inhale, move over to the right, length through the spine, light on the left toes. Go ahead and lift that left knee, keeping the left foot flexed behind you. Inhale the knee up towards your navel. And then exhale, body weight back in the center. Take a breath. This time we're going to do that same side to side, but we're going to move into dancer. So take an inhale. Move back over to the left. Flex that right foot up towards the right glute. And then reach your right hand down for it if it feels okay. You can stay here. If you'd like to tilt forward and back, pressing into that right hand, you can. Gaze softly in front of you. See if you can stay with the 4 count in, 5 count out. Slowly moving back into that posture that we started with last time. Bring the right knee up towards the navel, and then exhale, weight back into the center. Give yourself 2 breaths this time. Inhale. Let's move over to the right. Check the length in the spine, light on those left toes. And then when you feel ready, lift that left leg behind you, keep the left foot flexed. You can stay here or reach that left hand down for the top of the left foot and then move forward and back. Four counts in, 5 counts out. Release the foot. Bring the knee back up towards the navel as hands come to prayer. Lower the left foot, 2 breaths. Inhale, lift arms and the gaze up. And then exhale, find a forward fold. We're going to do one more while we're still in this standing posture. So we're going to move into pyramid. So the best way to do that, we're going to start by stepping the right foot back. So you're going to step it back, maybe not as long of a stride as you would normally. If you have a block, you might want to use that for a little bit of extra length through the upper body. And before we worry about the forward fold, let's check the hips. So send that left hip back where it's square with the right. Use a fresh breath. And then exhale to fold forward, keeping some softness through the knees, relaxing through the neck. Bend your left knee. Use just a little energy in that right ball of the foot to make your way back up to the top of the mat. Go ahead and step the left leg back, and we'll check all of the same things. So a little bit shorter stance, and then awareness to those hips. We're going to square them. Take an inhale, lifting halfway, and then an exhale to fold forward. Staying with that 4 in, 5 out. All right. Bend that right knee, let the hands come to the mat, and see if you can make your way back into down dog. Go ahead and make your way into plank or kneeling plank. Inhale. Move through your chaturanga into your up dog. Notice the release through the hips. Knees come to the mat, hips go back. Child's pose. Inhale, we're going to come to table. Curl toes, lift hips, down dog. So we're going to move into our last standing posture, and it's Malasana squat. So just like at the beginning of class when I invited you to take the outside edges of your feet to the outside edges of your mat, go ahead and do that. And then start to walk your hands back towards your feet until you feel a little bit more centered. And then spin on the heels of both feet. Send the toes out to either side, because when you bend your knees down, you want them to bend towards your toes as the booty melts down towards the mat. If this feels horrible in your body, come out. You can always take a block and sit on it. Find the length through the spine, elbows inside the knees. And see if you can give it one more breath. We'll come out by bringing the hands down to the floor in front. Press into the feet to lift the hips and send the feet towards the long edge of the mat. So in other words, spin those toes back in. And then as you do, walk your hands forward. We'll meet in down dog. It's our last one of the class. Give yourself 2 breaths here. From here, make your way into plank. Inhale, move through your chaturanga into our last up dog of the day. Lower the knees, send the hips up. We're going to spin those feet over to one side so we can come down onto our booty. And then you're going to bring the legs into cobblers or butterflies so the insides of the feet touch. Give yourself as much space as you need in this diamond shape. Hands are going to come down towards the ankles or the shins. Relax your body. Relax the breath. So we're going to start with this ripple of strength up to the crown of the head. So I want you to press the feet into one another. Start to press the knees towards the mat as you ripple your strength through the spine, feeling that stretch through the back of the shoulders. Now take an inhale. And as you exhale, dip the chin down towards the chest. 4 in, 5 out, 2 rounds. Inhale. Let everything relax. Hands can come to the outside of the knees. And we're going to roll down onto our backs, but keep the knees up towards the sky. Give yourself 2 or 3 breaths right here. Maybe you bring the outside edges of your feet even with the outside edges of your mat. And do just a couple of rounds of windshield wipers. And 1 more round. Beautiful. So shimmy those feet back in. You're going to let the legs extend long down the mat. And then bring your elbows outside of your ribs just to press yourself up so you can bring the elbows in line with your shoulders behind you. So this is fish pose. Or we're setting up for fish pose. So I want you to go ahead and engage those legs, flex the feet. Keep those elbows as close to under the shoulders as you can, and do that ripple with me one more time. So start to engage through the lower body, start to engage as you lift the crown and the chest, open through the throat, breathing here, 3 rounds. And after you press that last exhale all the way out, let the body start to relax. Let the low back round so you can make your way all the way back down to the mat. And then use a fresh inhale to reach the arms up over the head. Let everything relax here. 2 breaths. If this is too much strain on the lower back, feel free to bend the knees. All right. Keep the hands up over your head, bend your knees, and you're going to come on to either side body. I'm going to do both sides. Either side body where you can see me. So then just let those arms come out front. So you've taken them from over your head until they're out front. So you can actually bend this right elbow or bend the elbow that's closest to the ground and let your head rest on it. From here, I want you to lift the top leg up where the knee comes towards your navel and bend your bottom leg back where the knee is in line with the hip. So that's going to feel a little weird. You might have to, you can't see it, so you just got to think about it. And then take the top hand, give it a nice big circle, and see if you can reach back for that foot that's on the mat. This is all we're doing, so just stay here, breathing in and out. Notice if you've clenched your jaw. If it feels okay, you can pull those left toes closer towards the booty. Slowly release that left hand from the left foot. And we're going to roll over and do the other side. So just find the other side of your side body. Both hands are forward. Let that left, or that, sorry, I'm doing one side. You might be doing the other. So just the low hand, the hand closest to the mat comes under the head. Top knee goes forward, left or bottom leg goes back. And then reach that top hand back for it. See if you can relax in here. One more breath. Slowly release that left foot. You can roll over onto your back. And these next 6 or 7 breaths are just for you. Whatever it is that may feel good. Windshield wipers, happy baby. And as you consider what you might like to do for Shavasana today, I encourage 2 possible postures. One is to find a wall that you can send legs up the wall to just give your heart a break for a little bit. Or another is to find a chair or a couch or a low table and let your legs, your knees bend and rest your lower legs on the table where you keep the knees in line with the hips. And then letting the legs just kind of release so you can relax through those hip flexors. You can always just go into regular Shavasana. So whatever you choose, I invite you to give yourself one more of those 4 in, 5 count out breaths and rest. You can slowly start to bring some awareness back into this space that we have created together. And start with some really small movements with your fingers and your toes, wrists and ankles. Reach your arms up over your head. Give yourself a full body stretch. And then once again, roll on to one side or the other, bringing the knees up towards the chest this time, honoring the work that you have done for yourself today. When you're ready, you can meet me back up in a comfortable seat. We'll meet together with hands together at the heart, chin bowed down towards chest. So our quote is actually from a girl named Heather that I met at Kripalu a couple of years ago. She sits outside every morning and has coffee time and posts the most beautiful quotes. And so this is something that she wrote. It says, I have the ability to stay calm and steady and somewhat at peace. I can use my master control switch, my breath. It has the power to settle my nervous system. And I can practice gratitude from all that is well in my world. There is so much to be grateful for. I can be hopeful for the future and visualize that, make it real in my mind. We can choose calm or chaos, breath, be grateful, be hopeful, and seriously though, get outside. All right, may you know kindness and may you be kind. Gratitude for practicing with me. Namaste.